The Reserve Bank continues to hold fire on official interest rates. For the 11th month in a row, rates will stay where they are. But homeowners are being encouraged to get their own rate cuts. As James Thomas reports, you can slash your rate by more than 1.5%. That's about $500 a month off an average mortgage repayment, simply by knowing where to go.
When it comes to the mortgage market, everyone has a story to tell.
You'll get some of the best rates in the market at the moment.
We think is a very, very, very sharp rate.
On the research that I've done, you can be $50,000, maybe $60,000 better off than you would be with going with One Big Switch or Refunds Direct.
The mortgage war is on. Do you use a traditional broker, join the masses in group buying, or do it yourself with a little help?
You don't need a big bank switch to get a great deal. In fact, that's why we set up Refunds Direct, was to offer customers a mechanism to actually go direct to lenders and get a great deal.
Strawn Taylor knows how the banks work. A former executive with Westpac, he set up Refunds Direct. Unlike a standard broker, it's more of a referral service, and unlike group switching, Strawn says that every customer is assessed individually before being referred to lenders.
What we do is put the customer directly in contact with the banks or the lenders, and the lenders do the work.
Refunds Direct put you in touch with 3 lenders simultaneously. The theory is the bank's competitive streaks will jag you a good deal. And better still, Refunds Direct share their referral commission.
And we'll give half of whatever we get back to the customer. It's quite simple.
When we were going through the banks, we were looking at a rate of around 7.02. When we went through Refunds Direct, we got it for 6.92.
Sheridan Payne had her mortgage rate slashed, and she gets 50% of Refund Direct's commission.
We will get a refund at settlement of around $2,000, which will obviously assist with things like house insurance.
Sheridan is over the moon, but could she have done better?
That rate now is at 6.22%. That's a really clear sign that lenders will react to people power and to people switching together, and we think that's a great sign, and we're really excited.
Lachlan Harris is founder of One Big Switch, relying on numbers to push the banks for mortgage discounts.
This is about competition, it's about people getting a better deal on the home loan. If they use these deals, that's great. If they use them to negotiate, we think that's great as well.
Today, Lachlan is announcing that One Big Switch has secured a 6.22% 3-year fixed mortgage rate from lender Mortgage Easy. But what happens to the rate after the 3 years?
If the life of the loan discount is 35 basis points, that whether rates go up or down over the life of the loan, you will always be 35 basis points below the publicly available rate.
If you go variable, One Big Switch has secured 6.59% across the country, except WA, which will be announced soon. But beware when they say the rate is secured. It's not the case for everyone.
The group buying model, this one-size-fits-all loan, is a load of rubbish. It doesn't help consumers. Every loan is priced differently because every circumstance is different.
Barefoot investor and finance commentator Scott Pape rejects One Big Switch and Refunds Direct.
Refunds Direct is really just a business that sells referrals. They don't do anything to help you get into the loan. What you really need to make those big savings is to do your own research and go with a mortgage broker who's honest enough to refund those kickbacks to you.
By doing that, Scott says you can save up to $60,000 on a $400,000 loan.
Choice would tell you that, but they can't anymore because they're getting a kickback.
Scott is referring to the so-called independent consumer watchdog, Choice. They recommend One Big Switch, but they also get a fee for doing so.
What is your finder's fee or commission? Is it 30% you're taking of the overall take?
Yep, that's the kind, that is it.
It could potentially mean a $10 million windfall for Choice. Spokesman Chris Zinn denies a conflict of interest.
They can rely on us because our advice
because
is
you
still
say
impartial.
so.
Well,
But that's just
exactly.
because you say so. But
yeah,
you
no,
are
but it's
receiving
our
money.
actions, James. It's actually our actions too.
Yes, but traditionally Choice got its reputation because it never took money from industry, particularly industries which it criticises. You have now embarked on the unprecedented step of taking money from these industries.
I wouldn't choose Refunds Direct or One Big Switch if you paid me. They're not the best deals.
But Refund Direct customers are very happy with their interest rates and their refunded commission. As for One Big Switch, Lachlan Harris denies Scott Pape's criticisms.
All I'd say is these deals are exclusive to One Big Switch. You can't get these deals anywhere else. But look, I really respect Scott. I like him. I think he's a nice guy. He said this couldn't be done. We proved him wrong, and I think we're going to do that again.